Hi guys, thank you very much for tuning into my very first tutorial. My first tutorial is going to be how to do Bettie Bangs if you've got a fringe. As you can see, my fringe is all clean and flat and it looks completely different to how it will do when it's finished. Just so you can see sort of what I'm starting from. Just a normal fringe, long fringe, which is quite long, needs cutting. So once you've got your tail comb and your straighteners and your hairspray, you're ready to go. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do 3 sections on my hair, and I'm going to start from this side. So what you need to do is just push all your hair back, make sure it's out of the way. You can clip it back if you want to, but you don't really need to, you just push it behind you. As long as it's out of the way, we're just going to focus on the fringe anyway. So make sure it's all come down. We're just going to take the end of the tail comb into the back end of your fringe and take our first section. Now if you're not used to using your straighteners with close range at your fingers, just be careful, wear a heat glove because your fingers are going to be part of your comb sort of thing. You're going to be using your finger straighteners, so you just need to be careful and be aware that you don't catch them, because if you're like me and you use GHDs, the sides are exposed, so you can catch your fingers if you're not careful. So the technique I'm going to use is just a pull out and curl under. So I'll show you with the hair. You're just going to get the section, and as you're pulling out, you just want to be curling under. I'll show you that bit again. So you want to pull out and under. Now you can see the difference in length it's created already. So you're going to take your next section, which is the middle bit here. Just get your tail comb in. Now it doesn't matter too much about neat sections and clipping it all off and stuff, because that's why you use your tail comb. It gives pretty precise sections without having to go clipping it all over the place. So take your next section and again pull out and curve as you're going along. You can go over it as much as you want. If you've not got enough curl on it, or you want it to be a little bit higher, you just go over it again. There's the next section. So now we're going to take our last section. Because I'm left-handed, I tend to do my hair left to right, but it's the same right to left. If you're right-handed, next section, and again. Just going to do that other side a little bit more. So once you've done your 3 sections, you can gauge just where the curl lies on most part of your fringe, so you can just go back and do one if one's a little bit longer than the other. Right. Once you've done your first section, you notice where it just lies. And now our next one is we're going to do just 2 sections along the hair. So what you want to do is just get your tail comb a little bit further up, so you've just got some hair left down and comb that up. And again, pull out and go around. And your second section, again pull up. It's always important to just comb it a little bit, just to smooth it out before you straighten it, so there's no knots in it. And there's your second part done. Now at this point you're just creating the volume for the rest of your fringe, so depending on how far back your fringe goes, you can do like small sections just to sort of create the volume for it. So now we're just going to take one section and you're just going to follow the tail comb over the front of your head, grab a section, comb it up, and this one can be held straight up because, like I say, we're just creating the volume. So and you can do another couple of sections, like I said, depending on how far your fringe goes back. Now you've created your volume in your fringe. We're just going to tidy it off a little bit, make sure it's all even where you want it to be. What you might notice about my fringe is my fringe is actually cut in the shape, so it's sort of longer here and it sort of cut up there and there. This doesn't matter too much. If you've just got like all in one length fringe, you just change the technique a little bit when you're doing your sections 1 and 3. The first part is you just want to get your straighteners diagonally, and when you're doing the pull, you're curling under this end more and it graduates down, so there's less of a curl, so it just creates that round shape in the fringe, so it goes round and up. Now I'm just gonna tidy this side a little bit. If one side's got more volume than the other, again just go over it, create some more volume and just comb it down. Alright. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to hairspray it. So give it a bit of a hairspray. Now with this side of your tail comb, you just want to be sort of showing the hair where you want it to go. Just hold it in and spray as you go along. It just holds it all in a little bit better. And you can also use this end just to sort of smooth down any flyaway hairs. I also find that gel is quite good for little flyaway hairs. When I was doing the vintage hairstyling, a lot of the people whose hair I was doing, they all had modern haircuts, so very choppy layers. So the sort of styles, especially the victory rolls, which I will come to a tutorial later down the line of, it was really good for sort of just smoothing out any of the stray hairs that wouldn't stay down, because sometimes hairspray won't make it stay down. All you need to do then is just smooth a little bit of gel down the end of your tail comb and just wherever needed, just sort of smooth it out, and that should stop all any of the stray hairs that are caused obviously because of the type of haircut that you might have. You can also do this with like your fringe and stuff if it's not staying down, because sometimes when you straighten it and curl it, you'll get bits that just want to lay flat. You can just combat that by doing it with a hairspray. So now I've created my shape and it's relatively behaving. My fringe never behaves. You can see the sort of shape I've created, going up and round with the straighteners, and also just manipulating it a little bit with the my tail comb and hairspray. You can just see how I've turned my normal fringe into a Bettie Bang. Okay, so I just want to thank anyone who's watched this tutorial, and I really hope that you try it out, and please do let me know if it works for you. If you have any other questions, please feel free to send me messages. I do have a Facebook page, The Hair Boutique, and I'm also going to be sorting out my YouTube channel, which you can leave comments and ask questions if you've got any other questions about this style, or if you've just got any requests of what styles you want me to show you. My next tutorial is going to be how to create the Bettie Bangs if you haven't got a fringe, and I'm going to do that on my mannequin and use a donut ring, sorry. I can't get my words out today. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed it.